The FIFA Women's World Cup report was supported by Stanbic IBTC, the official insurance partner of the Super Falcons.
My name is Gibbs Monday. I'm a proud Nigerian and proud to be a part of Nigeria's Super Falcons to the 2023 World Cup.
TVC Sports Desk.
All right, Monday Gibbs were also proud of the performance for the Super Falcons earlier today against the Republic of Ireland. Jane Wednesday, live on the program from Brisbane. Talk us through what it was like after that game. How excited are the girls having qualified to the knockout stage of the World Cup, Jane?
Well, they're very excited. I mean, it's not every day. Out of 9 attempts, I think the Super Falcons have qualified to the knockout stages of the FIFA Women's World Cup just 3 times, and this is one of the times. So it's a massive one for them. It's like history making, and it's like living their dream for a good number of them. And for Plumter, she stands a chance of maybe facing England in the next round. And she said she doesn't really know how she would feel on that day if Nigeria eventually gets to play England in the round of 16, which looks very, very likely.
All right, playing a goalless draw against the Republic of Ireland, Nigerians back home expected a lot more from the Falcons after scintillating performances against Canada and Australia. Many thought the Republic of Ireland would be like the biblical saying, the weaker vessel, you know, for the Falcons. I mean, a lot of persons thought 3 points would be guaranteed for Nigeria in this game. What happened? What are the coaches saying?
Well, I think that this tournament has been one that defied, most of what the bookmakers are saying. I heard you earlier talking about Spain completely whitewashed, by the Japanese side, and for the investment that the Spanish side have made in women's football, for how far their league have gone, for the players, everyone really expected them to have a good outing, and that hasn't been the case. England also were a bit shaky in their first game against Haiti. I think that teams that came to this tournament, really prepared not to be embarrassed. Ireland have shown in the first and second game against Canada and Australia that yes, they're debutants, but they're not a pushover. And also, Randy have played all through this tournament, not losing any game, but also not having, that big possession. So he has tried to contain the risks that come to the team and scoring if there's a chance, and if there's no chance, try not to concede as much as possible. And I think that is what has worked for him so far. Set up the Irish team so their defensive backline were very, very disciplined, and we're always there to either block the attack of the Super Falcons, or the goalkeeper was at hand to make a crazy save whenever we came that close as to causing much more danger for the team. So maybe we could have done better. Yes, we have thrown out the analysis, but I also don't think that Ireland came to play. Verpoy is also receiving a lot of fire from the Irish, side, saying that she brought in a couple of Americans who hadn't even played for over a year before the World Cup, and for them, didn't deserve to be in the team. So you would also respect her to give, a reason why she brought those Americans and what they can do on the pitch. And I think they all came out to show that today in the game.
Okay, well, in the words of Jane, conceding possession for the Falcons is more like risk management. All right, we're through to the round of 16. England, a likely opposition. Nigerians out there in Brisbane, what are they saying? What are the chances of the Falcons progressing beyond the round of 16? Remember that the Falcons have only made the quarterfinal of the World Cup once in their World Cup history.
Well, it's almost like we've crossed into the round of 16. Now we wait to see what it brings. For many of the fans here, they keep saying that Nigeria came into this tournament as an underdog. Many, maybe analysts will not agree that Nigeria came in as underdogs because of how far, our experience in the World Cup and what the team Super Falcons is. But I mean, with how we look to beat like a house in chaos, many people would have thought that the other people in our group are a lot more organized and should have just walked over us in the park, which was not the case. So right now, It's like, if we can do this, then why can't we? If we can win Australia here at home, if we can trash Olympic champions, sorry, if we can get a draw against the Olympic champions, why not England? I mean, all that is possible. We could see what Australia did to Canada today. No one really saw that coming. It's like, yeah, 2-0, but then 4-0. That's massive. So now many of the fans who traveled down here in Brisbane to watch the Super Falcons are, very hopeful. They are making plans to return for the next game, and they are anticipating that, yes, it's possible we can actually win the three lionesses of England.
Well, like they say, I mean, biblically, with God, all things are possible. In football, all things are also possible. And we've seen some very impossible results becoming possible at the World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Before I let you go, Jane, what's up with the other African teams? Morocco, Zambia has crashed out, yes. Morocco is still in the running. South Africa, the Bayana champions of Africa. What are the chances of other African teams joining the Super Falcons in the knockout stage?
Well, South Africa lost a player, very early in the tournament in the first game. The captain, Jane Refilo, got injured, and she has stayed out of the rest of that game and also their last game. And now they're hoping that she gets to return before the final group game, which, they need nothing less than a win if they stand a chance of staying back in the tournament. For Morocco, they are debutants, and they are actually match. They are against South Korea. It's almost like, well, this would be a dream come true if we get to win this next match. But they are not really